What's up, guys? It's Wally, and welcome to the Wheel of Turmoil. Or the Wheel of something. I don't know. We'll iron out the name at a later date. But this is going to be a new series here on this channel where we end up having a wheel here of a ton of different challenges. We're going to spin the wheel before the video. We're going to get that challenge, and that's what we're going to have to complete in the video. And you see we have a ton of different challenges here. Things that range from like must use a mono-type team to things like can only use priority moves or must use explosion or self-destruct once. So you see there are a ton of challenges on here that are going to make this extremely difficult, but I thought it would be extremely fun to see what we can do. And I definitely want your guys' help on this too, so if you guys have any other challenges that aren't on this list, you guys let me know. I'll add them to the wheel and we'll get that for next week's video. So we're going to start with these 20 challenges, and we're not going to take the challenge off the wheel unless we're able to complete it in the video. So if we're able to complete it, we'll take it off the wheel. That way we can have another crack at it, and maybe we can actually strategize before going into that second run with that specific challenge. So we have this 20 right here, and I'm really excited to see which one we actually get for this video. But before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just haven't yet, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see what we end up getting. I'm really excited to see what this first one's going to be. But, oh, I was really excited. Thought maybe we were going to have to use Explosion or Self-Destruct, but can't use Dual-type Pokemon. Alright, so essentially that's going to limit us to only Pokemon that have one type. So something like Rillaboom that's only Grass type, and we're going to have to ignore things that are dual types. So I think that's going to be a little difficult, but I'm sure we have plenty of Pokemon that we can choose from. So let's go check out the team and let's see what we can do. So relatively speaking, this is actually going to be a pretty easy challenge, especially when you compare it to something like being able to only use priority moves. But that's not to say that this is going to be an extremely easy challenge, because when you eliminate the dual types, you eliminate all the Paradox Pokemon, you eliminate all the Ruin Pokemon, so a lot of the like meta-type Pokemon are not really going to be available for this. However, we do have a couple, like Rillaboom, Tornadus, and of course Regieleki too, which I know isn't as common anymore as it used to be in like Sword Shield, but still, I know it's still around. So we have those three mons, but of course we had to fill in the team with something like Vaporeon, Florges, and Arcanine. So the main thing here is going to be able to have like Rillaboom and Florges go out together, because with the Symbiosis and Rillaboom having the Grassy Seed, once you set the Grassy Terrain, Rillaboom will end up consuming the Grassy Seed, and then Florges will end up passing it the Assault Vest. So it's going to be extremely bulky in defense and special defense. So that's going to be kind of the main thing there. Obviously, Regieleki is going to be extremely fast. We do have an Ice Terra on it as well, so we can end up going with the Terra Blast. And this one is a physical one as well, so having something like Arcanine with the Howl can make it even stronger. Obviously, it does have Explosion as well. It's probably not something we're going to end up using. However, you never know. Of course, Vaporeon is there because that's going to be a really good counter to something like Dondozo. This one doesn't have Haze. However, it does have Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and then the Fairy Terra Blast. And that's nice too, because with Rillaboom setting the Grassy Terrain, obviously it does have Earthquake a lot of the times, but you're going to be able to have the damage of the Earthquake with the Grassy Terrain. So Vaporeon is essentially going to take resisted damage there. It's going to end up absorbing all of the water type moves, and then of course if we Terastallize into Fairy, something like Order Up isn't going to do any damage. So that's going to be kind of the role of Vaporeon there. And of course Tornadus is our Tailwind setter. It's got Bleak Wind Storm, Taunt, and of course Rain Dance as well, because that will end up helping Vaporeon, and it'll end up saving Rillaboom as well if there are other fire types out there. Arcanine, again, is going to be the Intimidate mon. The Howl is going to be really good for the physical Pokemon. And then, of course, Extreme Speed for some pretty good priority move right there as well. And it does have the normal type Terra, so we can always go into a normal and go with the Extreme Speed to be able to get that stab. So again, this is going to be a little difficult. However, I think that we have a really good team here, and I think we're definitely going to be able to pull off at least one win. So really excited to see what we can do. So we'll get into the battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just haven't yet, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. All right. First battle, and I just realized we really don't have any fighting coverage on this team. So that's going to be a little rough. But I think we're going to be alright, though. I think we're going to be alright. Here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go with Rillaboom, and we're going to go with Florges as well to start. That's going to be a little rough for Florges with King Gambit, but hopefully we can get that with like a high horsepower or something. Either way, though, we'll start with those two, and then in the back, I think I'm going to bring a Lecky. And honestly, probably Vaporeon. I know that sounds ridiculous, especially since, yeah, especially since they have Rillaboom out there too. And we're going to be setting the grassy terrain as well. If anyone else has any other grass moves, which I don't think any of them do. But if they did, we would be helping them out as well. But either way, I think it's going to be good to have the ice move. Potential fairy as well. Cool. Figured as much. Yeah, the downside here is we are going to have to deal with this... probably with a steel move over into Florges. That's alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fake out Incineroar, because I think we're going to have the speed. So let's do that. I think we can just go Dazzling Gleam too then. I'm okay with that. Again, I would expect something like a... like an Iron Head or something over into Florges. My hope is that maybe they only have Sucker Punch and Kowtow Cleave. Like Sucker Punch, Kowtow Cleave, Protect, and Swords Dance or something like that. So that's my hope, and that they don't have Iron Head, but I would imagine that they do. Ooh, the other thing they could do as well... Oh, they don't. Okay. I was going to say, they ended up bringing, what's its face? Farigiraf. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, we helped them out with the grassy terrain as well. We're going to be okay, though. Let's go high horsepower. And you know what? We're gonna go Charmander Incineroar. We're not a Prankstermon, so we can do that, and we should have the speed too. So let's do that. We'll lower their attack by 2 stages. So if they go with a Flare Blitz, it's not going to do as much damage. They'll still bring us down pretty far, and then if like a Kowtow Cleave or something like that happens, that'll do some good damage too. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm not terrestrializing because I really want some flexibility in our Terra. Good damage, especially considering the fact that we are -1. It is not bad. Nice. Only 60. Not bad. Not bad. No burn. Let's go. But we do end up losing him here. Let's go! Let's go! That's awesome! I love that. Alright, my guess is that they're going to end up going for a Sucker Punch here. So we're going to go for a Grassy Glide. It's not going to do a lot of damage, obviously. But, it's not going to do a lot of damage, but I think we're going to be fine here. I think we're going to side Pollen Puff, too. I'm hoping that they don't go for a Kowtow Cleave. If they do, we're a little screwed, but my hope is that they go with a Sucker Punch. And then we're going to heal ourselves up a little bit, and we're going to be good to go. Again, that's my hope. Nice. Come on, go Sucker Punch. Let's go. Alright. Now we're going to be good. Because that might actually make them think twice about going for a Sucker Punch on the next one. Oh, that's rude. Poor Florges. That's okay, though. And the fact that they keep... Well, maybe they're just not worried about Florges. That's okay, though. We're going to be fine here. Is this going to be Lando? I'm thinking Lando just because of poison. You know what I mean? Yeah, because typically they carry the Sludge Bomb now, and because of the sheer... Okay, that's Urshifu, never mind. Oh, and it is the water one, too. Let's go. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're gonna go for a high horsepower over there still. Oh, that's right, because I can't choose my target on that one. Man, especially -1. Is that really gonna do that much? You know what? I'm gonna take my chances. Let's have fun with it. It's fine. Watch them go with, oh, going back and doing Incineroar. Oh, well, this ain't gonna be good then. Should've just went with the Dazzling Gleam. Dude, nothing would be better than a crit right here. Oh, that's some good damage, though. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. Alright, they can go for the fake out here. But I'm fine with that, actually. I'm going to go back with the Grassy Glide. Oh, I have to go with the Petal Dance, that's right. I'm going to go back with the Grassy Glide because, again, we would stop the Sucker Punch and, you know, fake out. So we're fine here, I think. I hope. We just gotta hope the Petal Dance goes into King Gambit. That's gonna be the main thing. That's our hope. Ooh, hold on now. That's fair. Now that does not... Yeah, that stops that. That's unfortunate. It's a good call, though. No. That's bad. That's okay, though. Smart call on their part, though. Really smart call. I should have went back with a high horsepower, but again, I was worried about a Sucker Punch. Smart call reading my, reading my process, pardon me. And the grass is gone. Let's go Regieleki. Let's go Regieleki. I like this. I'm gonna go Supercell Slam over there. I think Pollen Puff would be strong. Okay, so Dazzling Gleam plus Stab. It's Pollen Puff. That's rough. I think I'll go Dazzling Gleam. I'm okay with that. Nice. Okay, so we're going to get a little extra damage over there then, too. They're going to be setting up a Trick Room here. Come on, B. Don't have a berry. Oh, please don't be fully confused. No. Yes! Thank you! Oh, that was so lucky right there, honestly. So we end up taking them out before they get their, yeah, before they get their Trick Room. That could have been real bad, honestly. Alright, here comes Incineroar. You bet. Well, oh yeah, the Intimidate does affect us, unfortunately. So let's protect. And let's go Dazzling Gleam again. They probably know that we're going to protect, though. Yeah, they knew it. Trying to cover for it, though. That's smart. Alright, probably going to go Sucker Punch again. I'm going to go into Vaporeon. Go Vaporeon, let's go with the Dazzling Gleam. Because they're going to go Sucker Punch. And over into a Lucky, and that's going to absolutely KO it. Right now, we have to work around Kingambit. Unfortunately. Now, honestly, my hope here, and I know it's probably not going to happen, is that they end up terrestrializing into Dark with Kingambit, and they try to go for the Sucker Punch over into Regieleki. That way we end up getting a super effective Dazzling Gleam, and we're able to knock them out. But again, that's a fun hope. It's just not going to happen. Let's go. At least we call that, though. Ooh, I forgot we're confused. Nice. Not quite enough for Gambit, though. Yeah, we knew that would happen. Alright, now here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, because we did end up saving our Terra. So let's turn to Fairy. That way we end up resisting the Fighting move and the Dark move, and we also end up absorbing any kind of water too. So let's do that, and I'm a Terra Blast over there, and let's go for a Dazzling Gleam again, and let's hope we can end up working through our confusion and actually picking up the KO. Yeah, again, that's going to be the hope. They may end up terrestrializing into water. That's a possibility. Maybe not, because I feel like they would end up going first over Vaporeon, though. At least with Urshifu. So let's go. This is going to be a big help to save from both the Sucker Punch. Ooh, that was a close one. Let's go. Huge. We would have survived that regardless, but either way. That's huge right there, too. Ooh, that's some good damage on Urshifu. Because we're, what, -2? Dang. Oh, in that case, this is definitely taken out. Goodbye, friend. Goodbye, Urshi, my old friend. Thank you. So it looks like we're actually going to be completing this challenge. Kind of like I said, at least in terms of all the other challenges that are on there, this one was definitely more on the easy end. But regardless, it was still going to be difficult in general, just because of the limitations that we had. I'm just glad that we ended up getting up to this point. Let's go Hydro Pump. Let's go Dazzling Gleam. Sweet. And there we go. Thankfully, on the first battle, too. And we'll still do a couple more battles and see if we can end up picking 2 more in a row. But, again, had to do a little bit of maneuvering there. But thankfully for us, we ended up coming out on top. Despite the fact that they did get those couple swords dances in there with Kingambit. But, again, let's go. Good game. Looks like we have potential Tailwind as well as, unfortunately, a good amount of priority. So here's what we're going to end up doing. I will say, the downside with going with Rillaboom and Arcanine... The downside to that is the fact that we wouldn't end up getting that Assault Vest on Rillaboom. So we're going to go Tornadus and Arcanine to start. I think we'll bring Rillaboom. And honestly, I might not even bring Florges on this one. I think instead, I'm going to bring Vaporeon. I know we're not going to have that strat with Rillaboom and Florges, but honestly, I'm happy with bringing Vaporeon on this one. We have some Ice to deal with, obviously the Dragon. We can Terrestrialize into Fairy to deal with, obviously, the Dragon, the Fighting, the Dark, and everything like that as well. So I feel like they could provide some very good coverage. And don't get me wrong, Rillaboom's a beast with the Assault Vest and everything, but we don't need the Assault Vest to be, you know, incredible. Intimidate. Question is, inner focus? No, it's multi-scale. Okay. Okay. Let's go with the Tailwind here. And honestly, I should go for a move here. They may swap out, though. They may protect over there, too. I'd still go with the Flare Blitz, though. Cool. And again, they may protect. Maybe I should have went over there if this is, oh, it's just Arcanine. Okay. That's fair. That's understandable. The good thing here, though, we get our Tailwind. We're going to be able to get a Bleak Wind Storm as well. Maybe I should have went Howl on that one. Either way, let's go Bleak Wind Storm. Still going to go Flare Blitz, though. At the very least, it'll go into a physical attacker, so we have the chance to burn. Or it could potentially go into Flutter Mane, and it'll be a good, strong physical attack, despite the fact that we are -1. Question is, what are they going to do? Maybe they swap back in Dragonite. That's possible. Because they know it's resisted, but we would break multi-scale. Ooh, it's hands. That might be even better, to be honest with you. Good damage over there. Good speed drop. Good speed drop. Let's go. Come on, give me the burn. Feel the burn, buddy. Nah, just the recoil. That's okay, though. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Down to their Citrus. Okay. It's not bad. At least we're getting rid of their berry. That's a positive thing. Let's go Bleak Wind, and I'm going to swap out... Let's go into Rillaboom on this one. At least we'll fake out pressure on the next one. Yeah, so we'll set terrain. Again, we'll fake out pressure on the next one. We may have to Terrestrialize Fire. Oh, that's right, because he's off the screen. I didn't realize he had the Grassy Seed. My bad. There we go. We'll get our Bleak Wind. Never mind, I lied. We just got knocked out to an extreme speed, which is totally reasonable, to be honest. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring back in Arcanine. I feel like they're going to swap out their Arcanine. I'm gonna go for a Howl. Again, I feel like they're gonna swap out Arcanine just for the, just to be able to get Intimidate again. I'm going to take out hands. I think that's going to be most effective. Well, we're going to be hitting them with this. Please let it be Chin-Pao. That's okay. It's not going to be a strong move here. I would have went with a high horsepower over into the dog. Oh gosh. Yeah, multi-scale. But I would have done that over into them. However, the downside to that would have been if they would have brought in Dragonite over in that slot, then we would have had to worry about not hitting because they brought Dragonite in. Oh boy, that's a little rough, but here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Sorry, Rilla. Ooh, that's a little rough too. But we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna go for the Flare Blitz over there to see if I can actually get a burn. And let's go high horsepower over there. If they swap someone in over in that slot, we're still gonna be good to go. We're both +1, despite the fact that one of us is burnt. But we're gonna be okay. I should have terrestrialized into fire. I don't know why I didn't do that. However, it is possible that our Terra into Fairy might really come into handy. Might come into handy? Might come in handy. Please be hands. Now it looks like that's going to be POW. No, it is hands. Let's go. I appreciate that. Oh, give me the burn. Nah, that's okay though. Worth a shot. Uh-oh. That +1 really coming in handy with the defense. Good damage too. Man, poor Rilla. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna protect over here. We're gonna protect over here, sorry. And we're gonna go Grassy Glide over there. Probably gonna get faked out, but it's okay. We're probably gonna get knocked out anyways. Okay, good. Yeah, because if the Outrage goes over into Rilla, we're gonna get knocked out anyways, and it would go first. This allows us to do a little bit of damage. Let's go into the Protect. That is such a huge help right there. Arcanine gets a little bit stronger. And here's what we're going to do now. I'm a Flare Blitz up there. I'm gonna go high horsepower down there. I know I should go with the Grassy Glide, but I feel like they're gonna swap into Arcanine to be able to get the Intimidate. So I think that's gonna be good over into Arcanine. That's gonna be Arcanine, isn't it? I'm a little off right now, but that's okay. That's okay. It's, at least we're calling the right things. It's just in the wrong slots. That's going to be the problem. That's all right. We'll end up picking up this KO. Boom. Goodbye, friend. All right. At least again, we do have the grassy terrain, which is going to help us with the offset of the burn damage as well. Not anymore. Unless we swap out, but honestly... And we could get fake out pressure again. That would be nice. That's okay, though. I think what we're going to do... Honestly, maybe we should. On... Let's go Flare Blitz again. I'll try for the high horsepower. We're probably going to get knocked out here. We're still probably going to get knocked out here by Dragonite, though. That's going to be the problem. The good thing here is unless they go extreme speed... Oh, never mind. Hopefully we can tank this. I don't feel hopeful, though. No shot! No shot! And we do extra damage here, too! No way! I am honestly blown away by that. Let's go, Arcanine, you bulky son of a... Let's go! Goodbye, though, man. Hey, that was a great sacrifice, though. Holy cow. We'll get the high horsepower now. Not doing much damage, but we take away their potential sash. All up to Vaporeon again, man. And I think we're going to have to go Fairy on this one. Alright. That'll be interesting. And they did already spend their Terra, so we know we don't have to worry about that. So let's Terra here. Dark Ice. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to trust in a Hydro Pump. I'm going to go Grassy Glide just to get a little bit of damage. Because they're not going to go with an Ice move into us right now. Vaporeon is a Water type. We would end up resisting that. So they're probably going to go with either... I think they would only have a Dark or a Fighting move. So they're going to do that. We're going to end up resisting it. That's unfortunate right there. But hopefully we can return the favor with the Hydro Pump. Let's go. We're going to get an Ice move on the next one, though. Sometimes I forget Vaporeon is not Iron Bundle, which means it's going to hit that Hydro Pump more often than not. Let's go. Now we got a good old one-on-one here. We got Fairy Vaporeon versus Chi-Pao. Ladies and gentlemen, let's Terra Blast to put it out of its misery. Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been so bad. Oh my goodness. I was afraid of a crit. I'm like, you know what though? If it happens to be a crit, we might be in some trouble. But no. Let's go. Vaporeon Terra Blast and we get the dub, baby. Let's go now. Dude, that was a real close one right there. A real close one. Dang, but Fairy Vaporeon at the end. Honestly, I was considering a couple of other water types, but kind of settled on Vaporeon, and now I'm really happy that we ended up going with it. Really good game on that. So thankfully, because of that last win, we ended up getting up to Master Ball. So really happy about that. Thankfully, a couple in a row. It's actually going to do that for you. So now at this point, if we end up losing, we're in Master Ball tier, so it's totally okay. But we need to get a dub with this team again. 3 in a row would be really, really nice. It looks like they do have dual terrain. See, Indeedee and their size spam is going to be a bit of a problem. However, I think we're going to be okay. Let's go Tornadus, and let's end up going with... Let's go Tornadus and Arcanine again. I think that was actually a really good start. I'm going to bring them in the back again, and... If I'm honest, I want to go Vaporeon again. I would go Regieleki, but if I went Regieleki, I feel like I'd have to start Regieleki. But that might be our best chance to stop their Trick Room, though. But maybe they don't even go Trick Room. I think they're just going to go with like a Tailwind and go with a faster Iron Crown. Sorry, every time I see Indeedee, I just think Trick Room nowadays. But I forget that Iron Crown actually has a pretty decent stat spread. I've seen some people use that without, obviously, without Trick Room. I need to go catch Iron Crown. Man, I'm really slacking on my BP. And I only have myself to blame. I get that, but you know. All right, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, that Intimidate does nothing. So Tailwind. I wish I could go Howl, but I know they're going to be able to Encore us into the Howl if we do that. Ooh, although, you know what we could have done? Could have went Howl and then Extreme Speed. That actually would have been a little bit smarter if I wanted to go with Howl there. But then we wouldn't have had anything to go against Fluttermane. Because then at that point they would have encored the extreme speed then. So we would have had to go with that over into the non-Ghostmon. Okay, cool. I was going to say, though, if they ended up terrestrializing the fairy, we would, but that was not the case. Please survive on this. Oh, easy. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, and now we're going to take the recoil down to our berry. We're going to get the berry. We're going to go back up to about half. The question is, who do they bring out now? Maybe Rilla? No, maybe they end up bringing in... No. No. Iron Crown? Fair. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. They're either going to remove Indeedee, or they're either going to remove Whimsicott for Indeedee, or they're going to go for an Encore up into Tornadus. So I think the smartest course of action, because over on Whimsicott, they're a bit faster than Tornadus. So if they swap out first, or if they swap out, they would swap out first, go with Indeedee, then we would swap in Rillaboom and get our grassy terrain. So let's do that with Rillaboom. And, try for a Flare Blitz over there. Okay, they're not swapping out. Maybe they do go Encore then. We might have to swap Rillaboom back out now. Yeah, unfortunate call on my part, but that's okay. We can still work around that. Encore. For the Tailwind, understandable. I used to love doing that too. Yeah, Arcanine gets taken out though. That's unfortunate. But it did some really, really good work, so I'm very happy with that. Let's go into Tornadus here. Unfortunately, we are going to have to swap out Rillaboom. Because you know they're going to swap in Indeedee now. So here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to Terrastallize into Dark to stop the expanding force. And let's go with the Bleak Wind Storm. Not going to do much over into Iron Crown, but honestly, as long as we do a little bit of damage, I'll be happy. Just gotta hope that that's kind of their plan. Yeah. Here comes Indeedee. I feel so bad for Vaporeon, though. I feel like we're... sending it out to its death, but... yeah, we kind of are sending it out to its death now. Oh, no, that's not good. We just gotta hope that we hit the Bleak Wind Storm right here. It's gonna be the main thing. Sorry, I was expecting... oh, they did go over there with that, too. Oh, then a crit. Oh, no. But we do have our berry, and that's going to be really nice. There we go. Alright. And sorry, did I say earlier the berry on Arcanine? If so, I'm sorry. I know it has the safety goggles, not the citrus. I think it's one that I used on stream recently, and that had a citrus berry. So that's on me. My bad. All right, we got a problem here, though. We have a big problem. We're gonna go with the Protect. I'm gonna go Bleak Wind Storm again. We have the Covert Cloak, so we're not gonna have to worry about that. It's a good call right there. Okay, we can do some good stuff here. Stop that, that's good. Let's go. And down to the Sash, too. It's exactly what we needed. Perfect. The question is, hold on. So they just swapped out Iron Crown. Okay, so that's going to be the last one to worry about. I think we have some stuff to be able to take care of that, though. Tailwind's gone. We can just reset it right here, though. Although, watch that also have Trick Room, and they said Trick Room while we do Tailwind. Either way, I'm going to Ice Beam over there, and let's go for the Tailwind as well. That'll also help out our Rillaboom in the back. And Rillaboom does have high horsepower, which is going to be good against Iron Crown, too. Just gotta hope that they don't have, like, a fairy move that they're going to move, or that they're going to use right now, you know? Tailwind again. Still faster, holy cow. Ooh, good damage there. Oh, they are. Oh, that's right, because we both said Tailwind. Hello. My bad. We'll get that Ice Beam, though. Let's go. Goodbye, Whimsicott. And now we got a good old 3-on-1 right here. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm actually a little happy that I got a pretty... again, relatively easy challenge for this first one. I was going to kind of feel it out. I was going to feel really bad if we ended up getting, like, 4 straight losses. You know what I mean? So, there we go. Nice dub right there. So I'm really glad that we did. But don't worry. Once we get into, like, some challenges like the only use priority moves and stuff like that, it's going to get a little bit tougher. But there we go. Glad we ended up getting that 3rd win in a row. Good game. So like I said at the end of that last battle, I'm actually kind of happy that this first challenge was more on the easy side, relatively speaking, because once we get into more challenges that are like the only use priority moves and stuff like that, it's going to get a little bit harder. But either way, I still thought that this was going to be a really difficult challenge. I'm surprised that we ended up with 3 wins there. But I guess that makes sense when you have something like Rillaboom, Tornadus, a couple of Pokemon that are, you know, pretty meta right now. And then having something like the Intimidate on Arcanine, strong physical attacker like Regieleki, and then having Vaporeon with that Fairy Terra and going with that Terra Blast really came in handy in a couple of those battles. So really glad that we still ended up with a really good team here. I mean, having to only go with single type Pokemon means that you're really limiting that pool of Pokemon that you can choose from. But again, thankfully we were able to find 6 Pokemon that go really well together and ended up coming out with a couple of victories. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, if you guys can, if you come up with any more challenges, guys, make sure to put them down in the comments. I'll add them to the wheel, and hopefully one of these days we'll end up landing on it. But again, thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys ended up enjoying the video, you guys make sure to go down and drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.